Now we will discuss the characteristic features of algae. Algae are chlorophyll containing, simple, thallus like autotrophic organisms. What is the meaning of thallus like? Thallus like means thalloid body. That means plant body is not differentiated into root, stem or leaf-like structure. Algae are largely aquatic, either marine or freshwater. They also occur in habitats like moist stones, soils or wood. Some of them also occur in association with fungi, which is called lichen. Lichen represents symbiotic association of algae and fungi where both the members are mutually benefited. Sometimes they grow on animals also, on sloth, bear, etc. They are called epizoic members. Some are even parasitic. Algae are of variable size and forms. The size ranges from microscopic unicellular forms like Chlamydomonas to colonial forms like Volvox. Each mature Volvox colony is composed of numerous flagellate cells. We find filamentous plant body in Eulothrix spirogyra. Even some marine forms form massive plant bodies such as kelps. Sometimes they are umbrella shaped, example Acetabularia. Vascular tissues are absent. Being aquatic, water conduction is not required even in giant forms. Cell wall two-layered, outer one is pectine. Actually inner cell wall is made up of cellulose and outside it pectine is present. Reserve food material is starch, sometimes pyrenoid. Pyrenoid is a unique feature. Here at the center protein granule is present and it remains surrounded by starch droplets which gives the appearance of a flower. So this pyrenoid is the reserve food material for the members of the algae, some members of algae. So in some members we find floridial starch, or some members we find mannitol and the laminar ring. Algae reproduce by vegetative, asexual and the sexual reproduction. Algae reproduces vegetatively by fragmentation. In fragmentation, the plant body breaks into two or more fragments, and then each fragment develops into a new thallus. Asexual reproduction are of different types. They reproduce asexually by the formation of different types of spores. Spores are released from the plant body, which on germination give rise to new plant. The most common spores produced are zoospores. Zoospores are flagellate, that means motile, and on germination gives rise to new plants. Sometimes they reproduce asexually, especially when there is unfavorable environmental condition. They form different types of spores like aplanospores, hypnospores, akinets. So these type of spores help in reproduction as well as help to overcome the unfavorable environmental condition. Sex organs are not jacketed and unicellular. Sexual reproduction takes place through the fusion of gametes. It may be isogamous, it may be anisogamous, it may be oogamous. Isogamous, two gametes are similar in size and either both are flagellate or both are non-flagellate, but physiologically they are different from each other. They are called isogamous. Example, Chlamydomonas, where the gametes are flagellate. Spirogyra, gametes are non-flagellated but similar in size. Anisogamy. It includes fusion of two gametes which are dissimilar in size, though both are motile. Some members of Chlamydomonas reproduce by this method. The next one is oogamous. When a small motile male gamete fuses with a large non-motile female gamete, then that type of sexual reproduction is called oogamous type. Example, volvox, fucus, etc. Algae are mainly classified on the basis of their pigments, their flagella, storage products, chemistry of the cell wall, and broadly, three different classes are there: chlorophyceae, phaeophyceae, and the rhodophyceae.